What's up, Boss fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss coming back at y'all with another video. First off, I just want to say thank you guys. We are up to 230 subscribers to date. I didn't think that we would get over 100 subscribers, so the fact that we have 230 is just a big plus, and it's better for all of us. The more people we have in the community, the more people we have to learn from and hear from and learn from their businesses, and it's just a good thing for all of us all around. So shout out to everybody who's a part of the Boss Fam. If you are not a part of the Boss Fam, go ahead and become a part of the Boss Fam by hitting that like button on every video you watch and subscribing to the channel for some good content. If you're new to the channel, my name is DJ the Boss. I own a commercial cleaning company here in Seattle, Washington, by the name of Gico Commercial Cleaning. I've been in business for the last 5 years, and we've done okay. We've done all right. We're not a huge business, but we're not a tiny business anymore. We've actually got some experience and a little bit of size to us now. But that's all I talk about on this channel is building companies, building service companies. So primarily cleaning companies, since that's what I do. So if you do something similar, or if you're in the service industry, carpet cleaning, restoration, roof cleaning, lawn care, all us service industry owners are relatively the same. The business principles don't change from service industry to service industry. So we can all learn from each other. We can all, give our input. We can all ask questions and figure out what's working for other people, and also help us figure out what can work for us. So thank you guys. Join the Boss family if you're not already. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, man, and stick around. We got great content. Today's question comes from, I don't want to get it wrong, it's Woodsy Noel. So shout out to Woodsy Noel, is a new subscriber, and wants to know a little bit more about getting started in post-construction cleaning. So post-construction cleaning is really big. You can make a lot of money in post-construction cleaning. So yeah, if you want to hear what I got to say about post-construction cleaning, then stick around right after this.
Look, this for all my boss babe. Go do your boss babe. Loving how you boss babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing them. This for all my boss babe. Go do your boss babe.
All right, so we're back, and once again, shout out to Woodsy Noel. So shout out to Woodsy Noel for asking a question and giving me something to actually talk about with you guys. I do want to hear your guys' take on this. So after the video, go ahead and leave a comment of what you think. Did I leave anything out? What would you do if you were just getting started in post-construction cleaning, if you were doing it already? And what are some things that you're running into, and what are you getting stuck with when it comes to post-construction cleaning in your business? So let me know down in the comments, so it's not just me and Woodsy Noel going back and forth. Anyway, so firstly, so I'm gonna do this for you in 4 steps. I got 4 simple steps to looking at post-construction. You guys know I like to simplify everything. Everything doesn't have to be as complicated as everyone makes it seem. I'm looking at my phone here, so forgive me for looking down. I'm looking at my notes. But yeah, there can be a lot of big money in post-construction cleaning. Some of the most profitable jobs and some of the highest dollar amount jobs that I've gotten have been from post-construction cleaning. And you can very easily get a lot of work from doing post-construction cleaning. It only takes one good relationship, and a construction company could decide to partner with you, and you be their post-construction cleaning crew for all of the jobs that they do. So whatever work they get, you'll pretty much get on top of that, and that's a good place to be in. So it's very easy to get on. It's very easy to build a big cleaning company on the back of post-construction cleaning. So I do encourage you guys, if you haven't looked into it, to look into it as a service for your already maid service or commercial cleaning service. But post-construction is really lucrative. You can expect net 30 payments for most of those deals. They're usually general contractors or subcontractors, so you guys know how I feel about those. I don't really like to deal with them, but in construction, that's pretty much what you're dealing with. So yeah, so you're going to be pretty much dealing with subcontractors and contractors for the most part. Yeah, and they like to pay their bills net 30. That's just how they work. I do try to personally negotiate that as much as I can, either down to net 15 or even receiving a deposit up front. But that's up to you and your negotiation power, however you good at negotiating. But just remember, you don't always have to kind of just take what some subcontractor is giving you. You can negotiate back and forth. And it's in your best interest to negotiate back and forth. But these companies, they can be much larger, and they can be somewhat intimidating sometimes, and they will try to use their force or their size to intimidate you. But don't let that discourage you. Remember that you're in business for yourself, to make money for yourself. So if it's not going to make you any money, then say no, walk away from it, because there's plenty of work out here, and there's plenty of people willing to pay the right price for your services. So yeah, don't just go into any deal with any subcontractor. If they're rubbing you the wrong way, or you get a bad feeling from them, then say no. But step one in starting with post-construction cleaning is going to be your presence. You have to exist. So your web presence mainly. Website, number one. So the first thing you want to do is create a website. Whatever your company name is. If you're going to be doing strictly post-construction cleaning, then have some of that in the title to make it easier for Google to find you when people are searching for post-construction cleaning. But yeah, website's number one. Social is not a huge deal, but you're going to want to have some social just in case they decide to check into you and see if you're a real business or not, and you want to be perceived as a real business. So you want to exist on Facebook, Instagram, and all the other platforms that everyone else is on. You just want to exist in those places and make sure you look uniform across your website and the rest of the social places where you post online. But that's mainly it. Number one is just being able to be found. So exist online. The caveat to that is you want to make sure that the content and the pictures that you're putting online in association with your business are targeted to the type of clients that you want. So if you want to be doing post-construction, it's a really easy niche. I love it as a niche because your audience is so super targeted. You obviously know you're working with construction companies. You could even take it a bit further to do if you only want to do kitchen remodel construction companies and come in after kitchen remodels and clean up, or if you want to do large buildings, you can stick to construction companies that only clean large buildings, or general contractors. You can follow those guys around and make sure you're in front of them to get general contracting cleaning jobs. But it's super hyper focused and hyper targeted. So I really like post-construction cleaning in general as a niche because it's much easier, and then for people like me who do general cleaning for almost any type of space, it becomes hard to refocus down in marketing to niche down to these different facility types. So construction cleaning, it's already kind of niched down for you, so you should have very little trouble when it comes to that. But you definitely want to make sure that content, the pictures and things that you're putting up on your social are of you doing post-construction cleaning or things that have to do with post-construction cleaning. So that when your potential clients see your content, it looks like them and it looks like you can solve their pain. So it's a really big deal. It's probably one of the most important things if I share with you. To definitely take that, and that goes the same for any service. If you're anything whatsoever, whatever client you're trying to get in front of, you want to make sure the content that you're putting out, putting in front of that client, matches that client as specific as possible. If you're going after insurance buildings, the best thing for you to have in your content is insurance buildings or insurance agents, and describing their pain or describing how you solve their pain, so other insurance agents relate to that and see that and connect with it, and are more likely to do business with you because they will know, like, and trust you. But that's it for step one. Just be able to be found. Step two, it's a little bit bigger of a game. So generally with contractors, you have to have your licensing and insurance. Don't get intimidated by that. Licensing and insurance is relatively cheap. The first time I went out for a post-construction job, they said I had to have $2 million in insurance, and I heard I heard the first $2 million and I damn near fainted. But I went into looking into business insurance, and $2 million in insurance is really not that much. It's actually probably around 75 bucks a month. So not that major. They're going to ask you for a certificate of insurance, or an insurance cert is what my insurance company calls it. My insurance is through Liberty Mutual. That's who I go through, so you can check them out if you need to. I don't know if we have an affiliate link. I don't get any money from referring anybody, but I'll try and put a link down in the description so you guys can check out the company I go through. When I first got business insurance, it was only $50 a month, and it was only for a post-construction job that required it, which is the only reason why I got business insurance at all. So especially first starting out, I didn't think that I needed it. I was getting jobs without it, and when I looked into it, it was only 50 bucks a month. So I ended up getting it because it was a requirement for a post-construction job. And you'll see that they'll require you to have different things on your insurance, or one company will want you to have one thing, another company will want you to have a certain amount of gap insurance. If the job is big enough, go ahead and make those changes, because at the end of the day, the difference in your insurance payment is not going to be huge unless you're adding on 10, 15, 20 employees. Then it's not going to be a big, huge difference in your insurance payment. So make those insurance adjustments. Get insurance, so that when they ask for your insurance, you can, call your insurance company and say, hey, send out a certification to this company. And a good thing about that is when you send out these insurance certifications, it'll look like your insurance covers their business. So it makes them feel comfortable, and it makes them feel reassured that if anything were to happen while you were on a site, that it would be covered. So it's a good thing to have. Covers your back, covers the client's back, makes everybody feel extremely comfortable. But that's it for step 2. Moving on to step 3, which is going to be agreements. So this is one of the reasons why I typically don't focus on post-construction cleaning, because you're going to be dealing with these subcontractors, and they're going to have a bunch of agreements. Typically they'll have a bunch of agreements and contracts for you to sign, and things for you to agree to that you may or may not even do as a business. So make sure as you receive those agreements, when you are starting to get into the closing stages of a deal or of a sale with a potential client for post-construction cleaning, that you're reading through what they're asking of you in these agreements. I know it may sound tedious, but you're going to have to take your time and read through every detail of what they're asking from you, and make sure that what you plan on providing is going to fit within that agreement, because general contractors, in my experience, are probably the first ones to try to rip you off. It's happened several times for me. I've had people try to do credit card disputes or say that the job's not complete. So make sure you are reading their agreements very, very carefully, and also make sure that you have something for them to agree to. Make sure that they're going to be abiding by your rules as well, and that they understand the standard, the policies and procedures that you have within your company, because those are important too, and they're important for you to maintain your bottom line. So you make sure you're not stepping out of your policies and procedures, and you make sure that they are aware of them and that they agree to them as well. So you want to get something in writing from them as well, that they agree to what you're going to be doing. And then on top of that, just because it's so easy to get in trouble and get caught up with these type of companies, as you want to take plenty of before and after pictures, plenty of pictures in general, just to prove that the work was complete, to prove whether or not any damage was caused by you or your team. But plenty of pictures. I can't stress that enough. So take pictures of the job so that when everything is complete, there's no going back and forth about whether or not something got done. You take pictures of every area, no matter how small it seems. Make sure you take a picture of it. That way it just covers you completely. It covers your ass for the rest of the agreement and whatever else you guys agree to. That way there's no confusion. There's no arguing, so that when things do come up, worst case scenario, someone tries to make a credit card dispute, which I've dealt with before. The way to win those is just to be detailed. I was able to win all of my credit card disputes because I was able to prove to the credit card company that this client did indeed receive their services, and I was able to back that up with photo documented evidence. So big thing, take a lot of pictures when you're doing post-construction, and it also benefits you so that you can show your work to future potential clients. And last but not least, 4. So if you've done all the other steps, or you have all the other steps in mind, step 4 would be to ask your friends. This is one of the main reasons why I do love post-construction cleaning, is because it is so abundant. I mean, there's construction going on everywhere. I'm pretty sure you can drive down your neighborhood for 10 minutes and you'll run into something under construction. So most of us who live in larger metropolitan areas, if you're in a smaller area, you may have to go to somewhere that's a little bit busier, or somewhere that's up and coming where they're doing a lot of construction. But it's not hard to find, especially if you're anywhere near a metropolitan area like I am right outside of Seattle. There's a ton of construction going on all the time. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of construction companies, general contractors, subcontractors, from within and outside of the state doing work here and in my area. And I'm sure that the same is for you if you're anywhere in the U.S. Not exactly sure how things are outside of the U.S., but for the U.S., for the most part, that's how things are everywhere. So there's always some construction going on. So you can pretty much just ask around. Chances are you probably know somebody who works in construction that could slide your business card to their superintendent, or you're friends with somebody on Facebook who works at a construction company, and they just so happen to have been looking for a cleaner to work behind them. It's super easy. I mean, it's so abundant. I'm pretty sure you have people in your family that work construction, or you have friends that work construction. Anyone in that construction field is a potential lead for you. But it's very easy to get a hold of these people and to get in front of these people because there's much more available to you. So that's pretty much it. It's an easy thing to get into, is just ask around, make it known that you do post-construction cleaning, and if that's specifically what you're looking for and that's all you're looking to do, you can grow a business very, very quick. It'll be high volume, so it will be a lot of cleaning. Bonus, you want to make sure you get your pricing right. To come up with decent pricing, I think for post-construction they like to do it in price per square foot, is what I've generally learned. But to get a price per square foot, you can take what you would normally charge for a regular cleaning. Say take a building that you already clean, take the total square footage of that building and how long you take to clean it, divide that by the price that you charge for that client, and you'll have your price per square foot. Pretty straightforward. I think they generally run anywhere from, I've seen as low as 15 cents per square foot all the way up to 25 cents per square foot, or maybe sometimes even 30 cents per square foot, depending on the job. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit me up, man. Let me know. I'd love to make another video where I can kind of just talk through it myself, or talk it through out of my head and with you guys. If you guys have anything to add, feel free to drop them down into the comment section and let me and the rest of the Boss Fam know how you feel or what you think. How did you get started in post-construction cleaning? What were some of your first jobs like? You can actually go and check out my very first post-construction job. I think I filmed for the most of the entire thing. I filmed going out there to see one of the houses. I believe it was an 88 house deal. So it was 3 cleans per house, 88 houses over the length of the agreement. Me, Maddie, and Brandon actually did the walkthrough of the facility by ourselves. The person left a key. Go watch the video. It's just scroll down my videos and you'll see post-construction cleaning. I think there's a part 1 and 2, but we had a good time doing that when we were a much smaller company, and I was still doing a lot of the cleaning. But yeah, it's a cool video. You get to watch us kind of struggle with walking through and what we're thinking about as we're trying to come up with the price. And even while we're shopping for materials to actually do the job. So go check that video out. It's a good video. But other than that, man, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for letting us hit 200 or helping us to hit 230 subscribers. It has been amazing so far. Hopefully you guys stick around with me. And that's it, man. Keep that boss mentality. I love you guys. Peace.